Hello there and welcome to the new channel.
Here to help you see
The new you.
My name is Carmine Ortega.
Dennis Calamba.
This is Nato Agbayani.
My name is Juan Lu.
I'm Chino.
I'm Tricia.
This is Apple Manansala.
This is Attorney Carlo Ibanez.
This is Attorney Sheila Santiago.
This is Angie.
This is Argamid.
My name is Dante Salama.
This is Jesse Francis Rebostillo.
I'm Dania Cunha.
Mon Mendoza.
I am Mapet Erhino.
I'm Leo Bryan. Mike.
Nice one, beer.
Sir Al Ian Barcelona.
Marvin Salazar. This is Sunny Haldons.
Heidi Lumainos.
This is Ivan Jude. Patrick Geronimo.
Alan Perez.
My name is Erwin Ursua.
My name is Bob.
My name is Lloyd Luna and this is
It's your turn.
The Talk.
Family Business.
The Puppet Stories.
After Shift.
PNC Town Hall.
YOLO.
Marketplace.
The Home Buyer.
HR Hotline.
Danny Art Show.
Healthline.
Foreign Affairs.
COVID Stories. Awesome Day Show.
Thank you.
Money and more.
Cybernext.
Women at Work.
Win Within.
Port Project.
The Big Picture.
Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. Sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, we're the Talkers. I'm Chino.
I'm Tricia, and you're watching After Shift, powered by the new channel.
Helping you see the new you. All right. Good evening, ladies and gents. Today is another Wednesday. It's January 27. It's our 14th episode. Second to the last episode na kami of Season 2. And as always, very, very happy and excited to bring the show to you. Catch us live every Wednesday and Friday night, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. here on the new channel. And if you guys missed our episode last Friday, ang matindi nung usapan namin ni Tricia nun about Dear Chino and Tricia. Meron tayong mga comments or mga posts that we got from the Dear You app. So please make sure to check that out on YouTube and Facebook. Just type TNC or the new channel.
Right. So how are you, Chino?
How am I? Yan yung favorite question natin whenever we start the show. I'm always doing great, Tricia. Alam mo naman tayo, kahit na pagod, kahit na down at times, pa rin, energy, happy pa rin, and very positive and optimistic. So, talagang grueling lang talaga. I'm not sure what's up with January. Siguro it's really more of an adjustment talaga whenever it's the start of the year. And it's just really funny, Trish, kasi it's already January 27. Could you imagine? Matatapos na agad yung January, ganun-ganun lang. Right? I'm just really blown away by that. But ikaw, kamusta ka? How have you been today?
Okay naman. Ano ba? It's the time of the year. Yun.
Hashtag the visit.
Oo, hashtag the visit. Nakakainis. Ayan. Pero kailangan mag-push through and power through this pain. I can make it through this pain.
Yeah.
Kaya hindi ako masyado nakapag-prepare.
So guys, sa mga viewers natin ngayon, supportan natin si Tricia with her pain and struggle tonight. I'm sure that sa mga nagpasan yan, we have an amazing topic for tonight, Trish, di ba? And we're actually going to be talking about rejection, okay? Correct. So I'm sure a lot of us have experienced what it's like to feel rejected at some point. And we have different takes or we have different ways on how we take rejection, no? Sometimes it's very negative, di ba? Kasi masakit eh. It's painful to get rejected or to be rejected. And sometimes naman, it's something that we use as fuel to get ourselves up and become much better individuals, di ba? So pag-uusapan natin how we actually deal, with rejection. Because again, like I said, I'm sure a lot of us have at some point heard the word no, right? From someone you probably you really like, di ba? Sa mga date natin, masakit makarinig ng no. How about when you're actually applying for a promotion, for example? Right. How do we deal with the fact that yung interviewer mo or yung boss mo sasabihin or potential boss sasabihin, you're not yet ready for this role or for this job? Or if let's say you're trying to be friends with a certain group of people, right? And first time around, parang yung feeling, Tricia, parang hindi ka belong, parang OP ka or out of place. So that's actually...
Or you ask a favor from someone, tapos, di ba, you were not, parang hindi ka napagbigyan. Or ano ba, nangutang ka.
Actually, isa sa mga common no? Isa sa mga common
100 pesos lang di ba?
So anyway, actually we're gonna be dealing with, or we're gonna be talking about some of these different scenarios. And like what we always do here at After Shift, we want our audience to participate and be part of the discussion. So please make sure that you leave your comments, your feedback, and whatnot down below, okay? Because we want to hear your
comment
thoughts.
From Apple. Okay. Sorry, Chino.
Ano yung comment ni Apple?
Sabi ni Apple, ano daw? Ang payat ko na daw. Yan ang dahil sa kahirapan.
Apple, hindi i-reject ni Tricia yung sinabi mo na yan.
Ayan, oo nga. Thank you, Apple.
Embrace that with open arms. So, yung ampayat na yan, okay? So, thank you, Apple.
I think nakabawas ata ng extra pounds yung hair ko ngayon. Dahil tinali ko siya. So.
Tinali mo siya. It's very rare, no, na makita natin si Tricia na nakatali yung hair. So, it actually looks good on you, Tricia. So, ano mo yun? Sport it. Okay naman. Bagay naman sa'yo. Okay? June, sabi ni June, hey talkers. Hello, June. Nagparamdam ka rin at last. Okay, napaka-busy.
I know.
Yan.
Natawa
Sabi ni
ako.
Eric Rada, oo, hi, Trisha Montemayor, Lauren Sum Dolor Sit Amet. Ayun, hindi ko alam yun.
No, Eric is actually my workmate. So we were doing something.
Okay.
Tapos, alam mo yun sa mga template? Tapos yun yung nakalagay. Lore. So
Okay.
sabi niya, ano daw, magandang orasyon daw yan.
Eric, hello and welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Okay. So, Trish, huwag na natin patagalin pa. Let's start talking about how we actually can deal with with rejection and how we can...
Na-reject ka na ba? Ever? Like, di ba, sa girls, I'm not sure kung may nag-reject na sa'yo, no? But have you ever experienced rejection in your life? I'm sure you had, diba?
Lahat naman tayo eh. I think lahat naman tayo nakaka-experience ng rejection at some point. Especially if it's really something that we want so badly. And sadly, it has to be put off for now. So, I guess I can't really say na completely no. Pero parang for it to be postponed for another time, para sa akin, rejection na rin yun in a way. Kasi syempre, you want it during that particular time, but sadly, you were not able to get it. And it has to be again postponed for another time. So, ganun yung mga instance nung nung parang feeling of rejection ko, na medyo napoput off siya dun sa dapat na time na gusto ko siyang makuha. Ikaw ba, meron ka bang experience ng ganyan, Trish, yung nakafeel ka ng rejection?
I did, 'di ba? Alam mo yung story ko. But it was di ba? Not really a rejection, but I guess I applied for something that at that time I was not yet ready to be, di ba? So that's one rejection. Pero it's not really paano ba sabihin na, parang it's not a blatant no naman, but in the same way, parang ganun, indirectly it still is a rejection. So yes naman, naka-experience naman ako ng rejection. It's just that hindi siya yung blatant na sabihin agad no.
Indirectly saying na no, we're not gonna get you now. Yeah, actually, it's pretty much the same thing that I experienced eh. Hindi, ayoko na lang i-elaborate pa kasi masakit eh. Pero nung time na yon, same thing. Pero yun nga, na-put off siya. Parang, sige, we'll give you probably around a month or 2 months. And then after that, kinuha naman din ako eventually. So, yun lang, parang siyempre, during the time that you applied, you expect na kahit pa paano makukuha ka, di ba? Pero hindi mo siya nakuha the first time around. So, anyway, again, let's talk about how we can deal with rejection. And again, to all our viewers and katalkers out there, please make sure to chime in and provide some insights on how you're able to also deal with your own set of rejection. No? So the first one that we're going to be discussing, okay, on how you can actually deal with rejection is, okay, let the rejection sink in. Nako, isa to sa mga mahirap pa, especially the moment that you experience the rejection, Trish. Okay? But I'll let you first chime in on this. What are your thoughts about this? How do we let the rejection sink in, especially if it's so painful, di ba?
Ayan. Sumasagot kasi yung mga aso ko.
Oh, my.
Yung rejection na yan, I think one is you need to let it sink in. And wait lang ha.
Yeah. Yung mga dog si Tricia kasama sa show natin yung palagi.
Oo, ewan ko ba, nung lumaki na sila, naging ganyan na sila. At anyway. So, rejection actually is, Hunter, pwede mo ba akong pagsilitain?
Yan si Hunter. Si Hunter pala yung maingay. Okay. Hindi si Cliff.
So, hindi siya ngayon. Okay. So, sorry, Chino. So, going back.
Okay lang, go lang. Sige lang.
You let the rejection sink in and make you feel na, ano mo yun, na-reject ka. And parang I think it's a way for you to accept it that there was a rejection.
Right.
And pag naisip mong na-reject ka kasi, then you need to think, what should I do next? Parang normally ganun yung mode mo eh. Or, you deal with also your emotions at that time. Kasi either magalit ka, malungkot, or ano ba, hindi naman syempre matuwa, pero either that, diba? Magalit ka or malungkot, or you just accept the fact na you were rejected.
Aha. Kaya sabi ni Erwin
Sabi ni
tuloy,
Erwin.
speaking of, naiinis ang doggos sa rejection kay Trish. Sinabi mo kasi na-reject ka sa work before. But anyway, yeah, I do agree with you, Trish, no, in a sense na you really have to face the emotions that you are feeling during that particular time. Isa sa mga sinasabi ko, especially dun sa mga mga supervisors ko or actually people that I've worked with, na you always have to exude grace under pressure. So siguro a good example would be if, let's say, you're faced with with bad news, about potentially you not getting a promotion, or siguro binasted ka, you're trying to court someone. Parang you don't as much as possible try and show the emotions like on the spot, especially if you're in front of that person. You might want to hide it for now, keep it to yourself for now, and think about, okay, instead of saying na ano ba yan, ba't hindi ako kinuha? Ang stupid you for not getting me, or ang stupid mo for not saying yes to me. You might want to think about, ano nga ba yung nangyari? Ano nga bang hindi ko nagawa? What were the things that I was able to miss on that made me not get, let's say, this job, or let's say this particular date, diba? Or girl. So it's all about really staying composed, during that particular time, and that's really how you can somehow embrace, that rejection that you've just experienced. Ito yung the reason as to why I said earlier na this is one of the hardest things to do, is because on the spot to Trish, pagkasabi right in front of your face that it's a no, like the question is, what do you do? How do you let that sink in? Di ba? So yun yung, di ba? Paano? Kaya yan, yung grace. So another question, Trisha, a follow-up would be, how do you exude grace under pressure? Diba? How do you maintain composure the moment that, this person will actually tell you na, Trisha, sadly, it's not now, not today. Okay, you need to improve pa, you need to be better, and then by then, let's assess, let's evaluate again if you're, able to do it already, right? So, syempre ikaw parang nakangiti ka lang na gano'n. Zoom in ko oh, yes, I accept. Pero di ba, deep down, umiiyak ka na. Hindi mo na alam po yung
basang-basa ng kamay mo sa pawis.
Actually kasi nakaka-clench ka ng ganyan, di ba? Na parang, hindi mo kinuha, ano ba yan? But again, like what I said, you don't really want to focus on the decision that was made, but instead, you might want to look at yourself and see what you've missed, right? So that hopefully in the next in the next opportunity that you'll have, then it's going to be much better. Sabi ni June, sometimes people who won't let the rejection sink in kasi they think highly of themselves or feeling entitled, kaya siya masakit. Aba. Trish, your thoughts?
I think it takes maturity talaga, 'di ba? To accept things as they are, na sometimes hindi mo talaga kayang ma-achieve yung mga bagay na gusto mo at that moment. So sabi nga siguro lang it's not for you at that time, pero maybe in the future pwede para sa yung mga bagay or yung person that you wanted to be with. Pwedeng ganun eh. And siguro nga tama yung sabi ni Juno, they think highly of themselves, meaning naisip nila, mas magaling ako eh. Bakit siya?
Yes.
Diba? Yung mga ganon. But if you think of it, pag nag-sink in na kasi yung rejection na feeling, you would have another, you would have second thoughts of, I know magaling ako, baka meron pang hinahanap na ibang qualities na I don't have at the moment. So I think, totoo din yun, no, na if you are not, if you think highly of yourself, minsan pride lang yan eh. Minsan pride lang yung or your ego was
yes, I agree.
The one na paano ba, how do you say it in Tagalog? Nasaling? Tama ba? It was your ego.
Parang naapakan yung ego mo, or
right.
na-stain yung pride. And because of that, yun nga, it's really very hard for us to really accept the fact that we got rejected. Tama yung sinabi ni Joan, tama ka rin, Trish. Sometimes we think highly of ourselves. The expectation is too high. And I'm talking about our own set of expectations. That's why whenever we get rejected, or whenever there's a time that we don't really get to achieve what we are expected to achieve by ourselves, it becomes really, really painful, and it's so hard to let it sink in. But yun nga, like I said, wag mo ilabas muna yan pagka kaharap mo yung tao na yun Make sure that you keep it first in yourself, and then right afterwards, siguro punta ka sa CR. Siguro sa office setting, punta ka sa CR right away, and then look at, maghilamos ka, look at yourself in front of the mirror, and start talking to yourself. Ask yourself, ano bang pagkukulang mo? Ano bang saan ka nagkamali? Where did you go wrong? And how do you move forward? I think that's really one of the best ways on how you can let that rejection sink in. Sabi ni Apple, paano yung tinulugan ka? Rejection rin ba yun? Nako. I guess, mukhang, ang punto ni Apple dito is about relationship naman. Oo. Hindi ko dating to. Ang context ni Apple. Wait, let me answer. If I may answer. You know what, Apple? This is technically rejection too. The mere fact na tinulugan ka, bakit? Alam naman nung part nung ka-date mo na may date kayo Diba? Dapat nag-alarm kung kailangan matulog or kailangan magpahinga before the date. Diba? Kailangan nakaset na lahat yan before the date happens. And I'm pretty sure yung date has already been planned, a long time ago, even before the actual day itself. So, alam mo yun, marami ng factors that are considered that you were supposed to do in order for you to prevent yourself from not appearing from that particular date. So, yung pagtulog na yan is a form of rejection towards the other person.
Paano, Chino, kung naligo ka na daw tapos tinulugan ka?
Teka. Let me clarify that. Naliligo ka na, tapos biglang nakakuha, tapos wala na, hindi na nag-respond, ganun?
Pag-isipan mo, buti yung sinabi ko. Later na lang. Sabi
balikan natin yan
balikan na yan.
Balikan natin yan wait lang.
Okay.
All right. So, we're gonna pause for some announcements. We're gonna be right back. There's a lot more here on After Shift. Stay tuned, guys. All right, welcome back to After Shift. Our hot topic for tonight is about how you deal with rejection. And we talked about the first one, which was letting it sink in. Letting that rejection sink in. So, Trish, sige na, hindi na mapakali. Ano nga ulit? Pakiulit ka yung question mo kanina.
Nakakainis ka, Chino.
Hindi na ako makaget over. Okay.
Sabi ko, rejection ba yon kapag naligo ka na, tapos tinulugan ka. Yon. Gets mo na.
Okay, fine. Gets. Sige na. Sasagutin ko pa man din. Alam mo yun? Sobrang siguro to address it. Anyway, sige. Thank you for that joke, Rich. Proceed na tayo sa second way on how to deal with rejection. Guys, by the way, we are not experts here. This is based on our experience. We just want to share it with you. For all we know, we might have the same or a similar experience, when it comes to dealing with rejection. Okay? So here's our second way on how to deal with rejection. Okay? Ang second natin, direct, paki-flash naman on screen. So the first one is let it sink in. Okay? Siguraduhin natin nakasink in. Tricia, care to read?
Stay objective and veer away from biases.
Okay.
Ikaw, Chino, what do you think?
I totally agree with this one. Kasi nga, like what we've mentioned earlier, when we talk about getting rejected or being rejected, masakit. It's painful. It's pain, eh. And pain is related to the emotions. Okay?
Correct.
And when we feel emotional because of the pain we've experienced out of being rejected, so mas para sumasabog yung heart mo, no? It actually wants to do a lot of different things. Gusto mong magwala, gusto mong itapon yung plato, or I don't know, whatever. And obviously that's not right. You're not thinking, and that's the reason as to why we mentioned here that you have to really stay and become more objective as you approach this bad news, this news that's being given to you. And at the same time, pagka masyado kasing kinoconsider mo yung emotions mo, tama naman eh, you really become biased. Parang nagiging one-sided ang tingin mo about things. You become very, very close-minded. And you don't consider other people anymore or the thoughts of other people anymore. So that's why you really need to be sure or to make sure that you are always thinking about, okay, saan nga ba talaga ako nagkamali? Ano nga ba talaga ang opportunity ko? Diba? Huwag kang maging bias sa sarili mo lang. Open yourself up to other people's opinion as well. I'm sure people are not going to just judge you or give comments just because they want to. I'm sure, especially the people who cares about you, Trish, they would want to give you feedback because they care about you. Concrete or objective, constructive feedback, right? Ikaw, what do you think?
I would agree with what you said, Chino. No? I think you need to be objective with the rejection. I know sometimes it's really hard because, syempre, you feel bad that you were rejected. Pero you also need to think of possible reasons. Minsan kasi pag ni-reject tayo, di naman sinasabi kung bakit, but maybe one way of being objective is asking the reason why, if you have the opportunity to ask the reason. So one, for your peace of mind, and second also is for you to be more accepting of, hopefully, more accepting of the rejection, or to help you let the feeling of rejection sink in. And tulad nga ng sinabi mo, no, minsan kasi we have our own biases and minsan may mga bagay na hindi tayo nakikita on ourselves na yung ibang tao maybe napapansin, and feeling mo you're, like if we're talking about a promotion, feeling mo you're ready for that promotion, but your boss doesn't see it that way, na you still have a room, or there's still a room for you to improve on your skills. And siguro yun, when you are very objective, or if you are an objective person, diba, you always think of it that way, versus you just think of your feelings and emotions na galit ka kasi na-reject ka.
Oo. Again, parang tayo tumitiklop tayo. We become defensive. We put a high or a tall wall from between us and the world around us, and that's why sadly it's going to become a little more challenging, to accept that particular rejection, diba? Dadagdagan ko rin yung sinabi mo kanina na aside from just having peace of mind and knowing and understanding the why, the third one would be just for you to help yourself improve and be better. Para alam mo gagawin mo. Alam mo yung magiging next move mo for you to be a much better individual. Okay? Right. I saw a comment from Eric Rada. Can we flash that on the screen direct? When you propose to someone, ito, about dating. Maganda to. When you propose to someone and got rejected, what happens na after? Hiwalayan na ba and move on? Or mag-pursue ka pa and hope to turn things around? Nako. Trish, tingin mo, anong comment mo dito? I mean, so, sige,
dapat ikaw sumagot niyan, Chino, kasi ikaw ang nakapag-propose na.
Okay, so, fine.
In that situation, halimbawa lang, di ba? We've seen videos of, proposals wherein the guy gets rejected. So the question would be, ibig ba sabihin yun, if the guy was rejected, hiwalayan na ba agad yun? Or, I don't know, would you still push through with the relationship and turn things around? That's what Eric was asking.
Well, siguro, to answer that question, it depends on how bitter the person is. And siguro this is going to be another test of how much you love the person also. I'm talking about as a guy here. Kasi normally guys naman are the ones who's getting, who's doing the proposal and who's getting rejected, right? So, if I really love the woman, if I really care about the person, I'll take that rejection as something na, okay, you're not ready now. Okay? Kahit na sobrang garbo probably nung preparation for the proposal. Normally, ganun you really prepare. You involve your family members, your friends, and all that. It's a surprise, yung proposal normally. And when you get rejected, again, it's a test of how much you love the person and how much you really want to pursue that particular relationship. Kung ako yung magiging reject and I really love the woman so much, siguro I'll talk to the person and kausapin ko siya, think about or consider, ngayon ka lang ba hindi ready? Because if you're not ready now, that's totally fine. We can still work things out and we can still proceed and continue on. A lot of people kasi, especially guys, Tricia, are actually considering what other people would think. Na, ay, na-reject. Hindi nagsabi ng yes yung girl. Kaya uuwi na yan, iiyak na yan, wala na yan, tapos na yan. You should move on and find another woman that can be your wife. But the reality of it is, it should be a no. That should not be the practice right away. Again, just because you got rejected, hindi ka lang sinagot during the proposal, doesn't mean na tapos na kayo agad. Doesn't mean na hindi ka mahal ng tao. It just probably means na hindi lang talaga ready yung babae. Again, siguro I'm talking about as someone who's really positive and optimistic here. Okay?
And I think you were being objective, di ba? Kasi that's the time that you need to ask the question, why? Bakit? We've been together for X number of years. We're happy. I mean, parang ganon, di ba? I think we're happy. And then you ask, siguro this is the opportunity for you to ask, bakit? Bakit you rejected my proposal? And siguro tama ka, no? Are you not ready at this time? Maybe, tell me when you can ready. Can we work on this? Something like that. Pero kasi, I don't know if someone, hindi ko rin maintindihan dun sa mga babae na nang re-reject. Kasi I think, yun naman yung reason kung bakit ka nakikipagrelasyon is to look for someone who would be your partner for the longest, for your lifetime, di ba? And bakit ka makipagrelasyon and then ending it with rejecting the person during the proposal? Yun yung hindi ko na gets. Either, yun nga, hindi pa siya ready. And then, either yun lang, hindi naman niya mahal. I don't know, hindi ko nag-gets yun talaga, Chino. It's mind-boggling.
Siguro sa case naman ng babae, to be fair with the ladies, pwede yun. Pwede yung mga sinabi mo, pwedeng hindi niya mahal yung guy, that's why he rejected the guy. Or pwedeng talaga hindi lang ready to be committed forever during that time. That's why hindi lang siya nag-no. But it doesn't mean na hindi ka na mahal ng tao. Kaya nga, this is going to be a great way to stay objective. You talk to the person, you ask about, okay, you're not ready now, but what else can we work on for you to be ready or for you to feel ready? And at the same time, that's also you respecting the decision of the person. That's you being objective by respecting the decision of the person. Hindi yung magwawala ka na lang and it's the end of the world, papakamatay ka na or whatever. I mean, you get what I'm saying, right? I mean, I hope our audience can relate to what we just talked about now, about that. Pero Eric, thank you for bringing that up and keep those comments or those questions coming. No? Hopefully we get to answer it para sa'yo or para sa inyo. Okay? All right. Moving on to the third way on how to deal with rejection. Okay? So guys, it can be love, relationship, or even, work. Okay? So I'll read this one, Trish. Face rejection with humility. Also one of the toughest things to do when we talk about embracing rejection, for you to still feel humble about the whole thing. Hindi yung magmamalaki ka pa na parang ikaw na nga yung hindi nakamit ng standards eh. And yet, ikaw pa yung parang mayabang. Ikaw pa yung parang, okay, fine. Hindi kung ayaw niyo kunin, edi wag. It's your loss, not mine. Right? It can work for both, professional or in a promotion, or it can be related to love and relationship also. Pero Trish, your thoughts about it?
Siguro yun yung part na medyo mahirap, because when you are rejected, when you were rejected, kasi parang feeling mo, like if it's work, diba, feeling mo you have what it takes to get that particular position or the promotion that you wanted. Kung relationship man yan, feeling mo you're worth that person's love, di ba? So, minsan mahirap maging humble, but we need to. That's the only way that we can really deal with rejection, is to humble ourselves, accept the fact that we were rejected. And yung sinabi mo, it could be a positive din minsan eh. Pwede din siyang positive na, okay, so it's your loss, not mine. Parang siguro one is to help boost your self-esteem at that time eh. Kasi definitely you feel deflated.
Devastated, right?
Diba? When you got rejected. So siguro to help boost your self-esteem, sasabihin mo yung mga salitang yon na, hopefully, you're not saying it out loud because, diba, baka naman ma-hurt yung taong na-promote or yung taong nag-reject sa'yo, right? But some people do that to help boost their self-esteem. Pero it depends really on how you would really say that, no? Kasi kung minsan you just say it out loud, baka lang ma-misinterpret ka na mayabang, diba?
Yes.
Or rude. Okay.
daming thoughts or feelings whenever you get to feel rejected, or just the idea of being rejected, no? Siguro pagdating sa work, isipin mo, ano ba yan, na-politika na naman ako. Hindi ako favorite May ibang favorite.
May tanong ako, Chino. Ano bang mas masakit? Ma-reject ka sa work or ma-reject ka sa relationship?
Uy.
Or ma-reject ka sa... Wala.
Pareho.
Ano siya? Rated SPG. Striktong patnubay ng magulang ang kailangan. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Chino.
Siguro, syempre mahirap naman both, no? Actually, pinakamahirap sa lahat yung both. I'm sure we've seen a lot of movies wherein the guy, went home feeling so deflated and devastated, and it's simply because of the fact that he got fired. Tapos, biglang itong asawa mo or itong partner mo pa, nakasama mo sa bahay, parang, sobrang ang sablay pa, di ba? One of the movies that that I cannot ever forget when it comes to rejection is The Pursuit of Happiness by Will Smith. Have you seen that movie, Trish? I mean,
yes, I did.
Di ba? In the movie, many times he has been rejected. Lalo na sa trabaho, it came to a point na pinaka-nakakaiyak na part dun, yung wala na sila matulugan. Like, they just went to the subway, sa train station, sa CR, tapos, nilock na lang nila yung pinto, habang, embrace yung anak niya, and then he's crying because someone's knocking on the door. Alam mo yun? Parang talagang totally, wala na, yun na yung siguro, you're really at the bottommost part of life, no? Wala na talagang pag-asa. Tapos, yung naalala ko pa dun is, yung wife niya, iniwan din siya. Because, wala siya na-prove pa about his career and all that. So, double rejection yun, double whammy yun. So, to answer your question, Trish, masakit pareho. I don't think there's merong mas matimbang. Hindi, siguro merong mas matimbang. Baka yung work. Kasi pwede ka naman maging single. Pero at the same time, meron ka pa ring work. Mahirap pag wala kang work. Pero meron ka jowa, di ba? Mas okay na siguro yung
work. Wala kang pera, ganyan. So, hindi ka magkakajowa.
Right. Mas okay na yung may work ka, yung may trabaho ka, kesa sa single ka lang. Di ba? Anyway.
Chino, let's take a look at some of the comments.
Yes, please.
Maybe we can just go through the comments real quick.
Yeah. Sabi ni Maki, si Chef Fred, ego kasi ang natatapakan kapag ganyan. You did your job, tapos hindi ma-appreciate. But I guess initial reaction lang yan, magsisink in yan, or magsisink in din yan eventually. Yep,
Right.
we have to agree with that, right? You need to give yourself some time, to really embrace the idea of the rejection. And again, assess yourself, Wag mong isipin yung ibang tao, wag mong isipin. Again, madali sabihin, mahirap minsan gawin but that's really how it should be. Think about yourself, think about the things that you could have done differently for you to be better, and not really be affected by what people will say about you. Hindi naman yung mga tao na yun ang na-reject, ikaw naman So dapat ikaw yung ikaw yung gagawa ng way, on how to overcome it. Thank you so much, Chef Dad, for that. Meron pa ba tayo? Ayan, may follow-up si Chef Dad. Di kasi marunong mag-reject Paano ba i-positive position yan? Yan yung sinasabi ni Tricia kanina na parang hindi directly sinabi, pero use positive positioning words para hindi masyadong masakit, yung pag-break ng news that it's a no for now, right? Hindi na siguro tayo magtuturo ngayon kung paano ipa-positive position. Pag-research kayo. Joke lang. Hindi. pero dapat talaga, siguro especially in the corporate world, Trish, kailangan talaga pina-positive position. Ang hirap din kasi ngayon na parang sasabihin mo lang na hindi, you're fired or you're done or we're not, it's a no for you for now. Parang iba na yung generation ngayon based on what I've been hearing from my parents, from Lolo Lola before, like, yung rejection na yan is something that they eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Pag ni-reject sila, move on lang. Hindi yung magdadamdam ka, magkukulong ka sa kwarto mo. Pero ngayon, medyo sensitive ang generation
Right, that's correct.
We have to be empaths, right? Empathetic people dapat tayo ngayon. So, anyway, Maki said, Pursuit of Happiness, yan ang movie ko, buhay ko yan, ganyan ang reaction ko nung sa may Makati Ave noon, natanggap ako sa E14. Umiyak ako sa pedestrian lane nung natanggap ako. Uy, talaga Mac, astig. Nice. That's really, really nice. Yung gumagano ka po, pinapalakpakan mo yung sarili mo, di ba? Kasi nga, parang after all the rejections, you were able to finally get in. And that's really very, very rewarding.
Minsan naman talaga, you would, I don't know, ako kasi when I apply for, like, for a new work or something, ako nasi-sense ko na if I'll get it, versus if I'm not going to get it. I don't know. Minsan may ganun akong feeling. Especially when I go to the office. Like, I remember dun sa first company where we worked, Chino, when I applied there. Yeah. Feeling ko talaga makukuha ako because, I don't know, medyo may pagka-intuitive kasi ako. So I can see myself working in that office versus when I applied with other companies. Same goes with the company that I am working for right now. Parang, I see myself going around the area where my office is right now. So, I don't know if it's, sabi nga nila, parang, I don't know if you believe in law of attraction that you see yourself. Parang you're already projecting what's going to happen. So, parang ganon. Minsan may ganon din na parang if you think na you would be able to make it, things would happen. The universe will make things happen for you. Yeah. Pero if you are negative, channeling negative energy, siguro you attract negative energy as well.
Yeah. Di ba nga, Trish, may saying na you don't wait for it to come to you. You grab it. You grab the opportunity. Seize the day. Di ba? Carpe diem. Wag mo hintayin. Ikaw na mismo ang pumunta, ang kumuha. And to your point, tama ka. Dapat you are already acting the role. Hindi porket, kunyari, if you're applying for a managerial position, di ba? Hindi ka pa manager now. Dapat you act like a manager already. Hindi yung intay mo pa yung time na on paper manager ka. Parang that's the best way for let's say bosses to see and to observe na this guy has potential. This guy can actually do the job. Kasi he's already doing it. He's exuding some behaviors of a manager, of what it's like to be a manager. So anyway, yun yung take natin dito.
May naisip ako dyan sa sinabi mo, Chino.
Go ahead, Trish. Sige lang, go lang.
So, ibig bang sabihin yan, pag sa relationship in-apply yan, i-feel mo na ikaw na yung girlfriend ng taong to. Eventually, it will happen. Uy, may potential
Pwede.
Feeling ko totoo yan. Totoo yan. Kasi
pwede. Kasi
ba?
diba, there has been a lot of stories, a lot of love stories about initially yung guy hindi siya pinapansin. And then, because of the effort that the girl exerted, eventually, ito, a good example, naalala ko lang itong story nito. The story of, sino itong artista? Annabel Rama and Eddie Gutierrez. I know medyo old school, but I remember, seeing this on TV wherein Annabel and Eddie Gutierrez was interviewed on TV, and sinasabi ni Annabel na hindi talaga niya parang makuha-kuha si Eddie Gutierrez during that time. Kasi Eddie Gutierrez was a big shot artista, and siya is from Cebuana, probinsya niya, ganyan. But because of the hard work and the effort, because of the way that she showed her love for Eddie, eventually Eddie was able to reciprocate the love. And hanggang ngayon sila pa din, di ba? Alam naman natin lahat yan. So, ano yun eh?
I guess already acting, di ba? The role na girlfriend siya. Ayan.
May mga ganyan, ha?
Di ba? Pero wag lang yung creepy, di ba?
Ba't mo siya hinahanap? Ba't mo siya pinipigilan? Girlfriend ka ba? Oo, may mga ganyan. Diba? But anyway, check tayo sa comment section real quick before we go on break. Meron ako mga nakita magaganda sa comment section. Sabi ni Maki, yes, Pap, slow clap. 7 call centers ang binagsakan ko. Tapos bigla akong natanggap. Slow clap talaga ako noon. Tapos crying hanggang doon sa Petron. Kasi uuwi akong masaya. Awesome, Maki. As in, and look at where you are right now. You have your own business and you're a chef dad. So, salute to you, sir. Sabi ni Apple, so Tricia, kailangan pala i-claim. Ayan yung sinasabi ni Apple. I-claim mo na daw, Trish. Get it, di ba? Sabi ni John Ralph, my papi, if you have been rejected, I think it means that you have not proven yourself, whether sa work or sa relationship. It means that you have to work double hard. Toma, I agree with this one, Tricia.
Right.
Dapat talaga, you exert more effort. Kung feeling mo, sobra na yung effort mo ngayon, tapos hindi mo pa rin nakuha, whether it be the girl that you like the most or a particular position in the company, right? This is not the perfect time for you to stop. Dapat tuloy-tuloy mo pa yung effort mo. At yun nga, sabi ni John, doblehin mo pa yung effort mo. Because who knows? Eventually you'll get it and you'll be so happy about it. Papalakpakan na lang din sa sarili mo. Lastly, sabi ni Apple, so Tricia, nakikita mo na ba na bang may ka-holding hands ka along Julio Vargas? Naglalakad under the moonlight?
Uy, saan banda sa may Julio Vargas yan?
Baka mamaya ma-hold up si Tricia dyan.
Imaginein ko na nga yan, Apple, para magkatotoo. Oops,
alright.
Sabi ni Bridget.
Yes.
Go ahead, Chino.
Set lower expectations siguro. So pag may rejection, it's not too hurtful. Tama? I agree also with what you just said. Bridget, again, kanina pinag-usapan natin, too high. The expectation is too high for ourselves. And if we're not able to achieve it, masakit sa pakiramdam. It really is very hard to accept na na-reject ka or hindi mo nakuha yun. Simply because sobrang taas ng expectation sa sarili. Anywho, guys, Tricia and I are very much enjoying the comments that you guys are providing. Please keep them coming. We're going to be right back. Let's pause for some announcements. Thank you for watching. Welcome back to the new channel, After Shift, the new channel. And we want to share with you guys all of the shows here on TNC that will definitely, truly inspire you guys. So please catch us on Facebook and on YouTube. Type in the new channel so that you get to see all of these amazing shows, especially including our show, After Shift. Okay, you might also want to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, After_Shift. So again, yan yung mga shows natin, and please make sure that you guys are always able to be tuned in on TNC. All right. So our topic for tonight is about how you deal with rejection. Okay. So we talked about letting it sink in. We talked about not being biased and staying objective, diba? We talked about accepting it or embracing it with humility. The fourth one, okay, is actually about okay, Tricia, you might want to read.
Use this as an opportunity for you to improve. Take some time off to reflect on yourself.
All right.
Do you do this, Chino, after a rejection? Now you reflect on things that happened and see if there is something for you to improve on.
Yes. By taking time off and by thinking about yourself muna, no? Zooming into yourself first. This is where all of the emotions come out.
Right.
Siyempre lahat ng mga, whether it be negative or positive, lalabas dito yan. Bakit hindi ako yung natanggap? Or bakit niya ako iniwan? Lahat, it's all gonna be coming out. And this is really important because at least you're able to vent out to the world, no, without everybody knowing it. And at the same time, this is also going to be a great way for you to get yourself together, pull yourself, and really compose yourself. Think about your next move, diba? Sometimes we get too distracted with yung iba dyan, pupunta na agad mag-iinom na yan, diba? Inuman na agad yan, hindi ako natanggap, inom. Or nabasted ako, inom. Drinking is not really gonna help anything. It's good to drink, yeah, just to really ease off the stress. But the reality is, no one can really help you at this point, especially during the first phase of getting rejected, but yourself. Talagang give yourself some time to really heal and to get yourself together before you proceed with the next plan of action. Your thoughts, Tricia?
Correct. I would agree with the reflection part that you really need to reflect on the things that you have. One is when you reflect then kasi I would suggest that you also think of the good points or the good things that you did.
Yes.
And kasi dapat balance yan. You just don't think about yung things na hindi mo nagawa. Dapat kung ano yung mga bagay na nagawa mo, maybe during the interview or during the course of your encounter with that person. And then you also think of the things that you could have done differently, diba?
Right.
And with that kasi, mas na-accept mo yung mga bagay na, oh, tama, I think I'm not yet ready for this position, or maybe hindi nga ako yung taong hinahanap niya to be with for the rest of his or her life.
That is actually right.
Right. And I think, Chino, din, it's important that siguro sometimes you share these reflections either to your closest friends or your trusted confidant. Taray, may confidant. Diba, your friends na, really knows you and is very positive. Kasi it also helps din when you surround yourself with positive people na after you feel rejected, they're always there to help you and still support you in whatever you do. So, syempre, nandiyan yung family mo, your friends, siguro yung partner mo. It would also help ease the feeling of being sad because of the rejection.
Right. Actually, you already mentioned our fifth and final way on how to deal with rejection. No, that's okay. It's actually we wanna just share that on the screen direct, no? Our fifth and final way on how you deal with rejection. Aside from really self-contemplating, getting yourself together, and really knowing how to make that next move. Yung sinabi mo, I agree na parang coaching session lang yan eh. Diba?
Right.
You celebrate the small wins, diba? You also have to pat yourself on the back and say, you know what, you still did a great job. But what what could you have done differently, moving forward, so that things will have a much better result, especially when it comes to yung sa promotion natin, potential promotion, or even in relationships, really, di ba? Dapat i-assess mo rin yung ginawa mo, hindi yung sinisisi mo ibang tao dahil nag-break kayo, or yung partner mo sinisisi mo. Sisihin mo rin sarili mo, tingnan mo rin sarili mo. It will help, believe me. So yun nga, balik tayo dun sa fifth and final one, which is related to what Tricia mentioned earlier. Talk to the people who will support you and make you feel valued. Okay.
Correct.
We always say this on the show, Trish. You should know as a person, in terms of your worth and value, you know what you can offer and you know what you can bring to the table, right?
Correct.
One single rejection should not mean that it's already the end of the world, or should mean that it's already the end of the world. No, that's not true. You're not seizing the day. You're not using the opportunity to actually talk to people that really loves you and cares for you and would really be there for you no matter what. Okay,
Right.
That's why a great support, not just a good support, but a great support system is really going to be key for you to be able to get over the hump of getting rejected, right? So, ikaw, any other thoughts when it comes to...
May tip din ako pala para din sa mga friends, no? I think siguro one mistake ng mga friends kapag someone reached out to them and shared yung rejection. Minsan sabi ko sa iyo igawin mo ko sabi ko sa iyo. Aray, masakit na nga dun sa tao, diba? Dinigawin mo pa. So I think siguro reserve na lang those comments at a later time. Pero siguro at that moment na nagsishare sa inyo yung friend nyo, just address the emotions, make your friend feel supported naman. And siguro at that point, no unsolicited advice. Unless, diba, they ask you about
it. They ask for it, right.
Hirap diba? May mga friends tayo, sobrang kilala na tayo, kaya andali na lang sabihin.
Comfortable kasi. Oo.
Diba?
Pero, totoo yun, don't add insult to injury anymore.
Right.
Your friend, the person that you love is already injured. Tulungan mo, kaya mo para tumakatayo. Hindi para apakan mo palalo at pasamain ng loob, diba? Tama ka sa sinabi mo. I agree with what you said na reserve it for another time. Now is not the perfect time for you to say these things. You might want to say comforting, supporting, diba, words of encouragement so that the person can feel good and can get himself up or herself up, diba?
Right.
Pero yung mga comments na sabi ko kasi sa'yo or yung mga pangbuyo, yung mga nangbubuyo pa, yung dinagdag pa talaga. Siguro for another time na yan, pagka okay na yung tao. Pero during the time that this person felt rejected, regardless if it's work-related or relationship-related, please, help this person first. Empathize with the person. Okay? Yan, makisimpatsa kayo. Huwag yung asarin palalo. Baka mabwisit at sapakin kayo niyan. Sige kayo. So,
one more time, Chino, maybe we can take a look at some of the comments.
Sure. Yes, of course.
Oy, sabi ni Julian, nagamos Kapampangan. I applied over 20 companies before getting a contract with my first BPO company. The reason for rejection, my educational attainment. It is a good thing that a company formerly situated along Buendia believed in me because of what I can do and not what diploma I have. Yan.
Oy, nakaka-relate tayo dyan. Julian, thank you for your comment. That is actually true. Sometimes you really cannot blame some of the other companies for really looking at your educational attainment as basis for you to be considered as eligible for the job or for the role. Talagang, again, this is I think this is more of a generational thing, Trish. In the past kasi ganyan that has been the practice and that's the reason as to why our parents would always push us to finish schooling, di ba? Mag-aral kayo mabuti, tapusin niyo ang studies niyo because after you graduate from college, right? The expectation is you'll get a very good job and you'll live a good life, right? But the reality now is it doesn't really define who you are as a person or the capabilities that you have as an individual. And I'm talking about the diploma that you have. Hindi ko sinasabi na huwag kayong magtapos ng pag-aaral. Dahil regardless naman ngayon kung nakatapos ka or hindi, may trabaho ka makukuha. But what I'm just trying to say here is that people or companies should not kumbaga, discriminate. I think that's really the best word, to discriminate just simply because you were not able to finish, your studies. There's a lot of reasons as to why one person was not able to finish his or her schooling. It could be baka nabutis na maaga, or it could be financial, di ba? So we cannot judge those people just because of these things. But I salute, to the companies who's really able to accept
I think
people.
the BPO industry, Chino, is really progressive, no, in
Yes.
terms of this. I think one is saturated na rin naman yung market. I mean the people, 'di ba, for that they can hire.
Right.
Pero siguro lang I think there are certain skills kasi that is required for a specific job, and sometimes
Right.
your education can supply
It will
that.
really matter. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One is you cannot really blame some companies if they do, but ako, I believe that if you have the experience, if you have the attitude, and kudos nga, as what you said, to the companies who would, provide opportunities for people talaga na even though they just got a high school diploma and still they are given the
Right.
opportunity to work. I know some people, 'di ba, in our previous company na hindi naman nakatapos, but 'di ba, managers,
Did
directors,
really well. Right.
right? And I guess it's because of the experience, and they continued studying naman, but really it's not more of yung academe setting. It's more of the corporate setting na yung pinag-aral nila. Don't get me wrong, that education is not important. Education definitely is very important.
It's really, really important.
Yun nga yung norm when I had trainees before na high school students, I would always tell them na, 'di ba, be happy that you have work, but do not stop there. You have the opportunity to still study. Kahit
Strive and
hindi
be
yan,
better.
'di ba? Kahit hindi yan yung academe format, a formal school, you can, if you wanted to know more about digital marketing or mga how to develop yung mga softwares, there are online courses that you can take that does not require you, 'di ba, to be of this or to be a degree holder. So
Right.
there are ways on how you can improve yourself and maybe help with the rejection, to minimize yung mga rejection na yan kasi meron kang ganitong
Tama.
certificate, di ba?
Tama.
Yun. May nakita akong comment, sabi ni
Yes. Sabi ni Sophie. Yeah, one of our guests. Celebrity celebrity influencer, mom influencer yan, a good friend of ours. Sexy Tricia. All right.
Thank you.
Yan. Konti na lang, maging as sexy na si Tricia katulad mo, so. Sabi ni Julian. Oo. Thanks, Chino. Looking forward to talk to you again. Uy, oo ba? Sure. Send me a DM and let's talk about, these things. I like these kinds of conversations. Salamat, Julian, for being part of the show. Yan. So, siguro one last thing that I want to say, Trish, is to your point, this generation is really lucky because there's a lot of resource that people can tap to, whether it be University of Google or YouTube or anything that's really online. Ang dati, di ba, the struggle is real when it comes to getting information. You have to go to the library. You have to have a library card, and bring home the books. Pag hindi mo na uwi, patay ka pa kasi may penalty. I mean, dati ang hirap. And could you imagine you have to keep
magsulat ng name mo dun sa likod nung book card, di ba? Tapos nakita mo kung yung mga huling nagbasa.
Right. And then, tapos at the same time, ang hirap pa nun kasi when it comes to encyclopedias, hindi naman na-update yung libro. You have to buy a new set of books, which is very, very expensive. But nowadays, audiobooks, ebooks, there's a lot of different resources, especially online, that is now available for everybody to use. That's why, to be honest, hindi na excuse ngayon yung hindi mo alam yung mga bagay-bagay. You have access to a lot of different things now because of the technology that we have. So, guys, don't stop. Like katulad sinabi ni Tricia, i-minimize natin yung opportunity to get rejected. Because there's a lot of different ways on how we can still improve ourselves and become much better employees and individuals, right?
Right.
So,
as long as we're living, there are still ways to improve
Yes.
ourselves, di ba?
Right.
Meron nga dyan, di ba yung lola na nakatapos ng high school at 80, 70, di ba?
Parang ganun, nasa 80s yun. Yeah.
Diba?
Could you imagine, nakaka-proud yun? Ako, sorry share ko lang really quickly yung mom ko when she was still alive. Hindi siya, she had to discontinue her college kasi she got pregnant with me. So, when she was about yung mga early 40s niya, she told me when she was already nung made na siya, very successful na siya in her business. She told me, you know what, anak, I wanna go back to school. I wanna finish my studies. And that's actually one of the things that really resonates with me up until this point. Kasi after 2-3 years, my mom passed away na eh. So, pero natapos niya. She was able to accomplish and finish her college studies. And I'm just really so proud of those kinds of people na hindi nila consider yung age, yung time, just for them to finish, Basta if there's a will, there's a way. I'm really, cliche yan, pero totoo yan. It really depends on the person if you want to get rejected all the time or if you want to be accepted and you want to move on beautifully with your life. So,
correct.
Yan. This was an awesome topic, Trish, to talk about. To be honest, akala ko boring tong rejection na topic. Yung parang ganda pa ng sarap pa na pag-usapan. And again, I wanna, in behalf of Trish, I wanna say a huge thank you to all of our audience right now, and especially to those who placed their comments and provided their insights about how they dealt with their own set of rejection during their lifetime. Sobrang na-appreciate namin yan ni Tricia palagi. And keep those
during
comments
their lifetime
coming.
Talaga, Chino. May iba pa ba silang lifetime?
Itong lifetime nila. Their current lifetime. I'm talking about their current lifetime. Uy, wait lang. May pahabol na comment. Buti na lang, inano ko ni Trish. Walter Serrano says, oy, classmate, dati nung high school, natandaan ko, nabanggit mo, gusto mo maging DJ ng NU Rock. Ngayon, or ng Rock. Ngayon, may FB live ka na, ha? Patugtog ka nga ng mga, ano yan?
RATM Jam.
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine. Okay, sorry, hindi ko masyadong familiar. Pero ikaw pala yung sinasabi nito, Trish. Yan.
Oo, si Walter, classmate ko yan nung high school. I remember, totoo kasi we love to listen to rock music and favorite ko yun, Rage Against the Machine. Yung hair ko, di ba, kulot? So, inaasal niya ako, Pat de la Rocha. Nickname ko kasi nung high school, Pat. So, Pat de la Rocha daw.
Pat de la Rocha.
Yun si Zach de la Rocha yung vocalist.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Anyway,
hi Walter.
Thank you. Thank you, Walter, for for the last minute pahabol. We appreciate that. So, guys, this coming Friday, it's Friday Booze Night, and this is going to be our last episode for season 2. So, hopefully, masubaybayan nyo kami ulit. Get to be with us this coming Friday. Bring your drinks with you. Let's have fun. We're gonna have another amazing topic to talk about. To end season 2. And if you like this video, please share after shift and share the new channel to your friends and family members. Spread the love online, and yun. Sobrang matutuwa kami niya ni Tricia pagka maraming nakakanood ng ating mga amazing shows and episodes here on After Shift and TNC. So with that, again, see you guys on Friday. Thank you very much for tuning in. Talkers signing out for tonight. Have a great evening, everybody.
Night.
Good night.